I never thought a single video could change thousands of lives, but today, I'm about to witness exactly that. Walking. Something so ordinary to most of us, yet for millions of amputees around the world, it's a luxury they can't take for granted. And in the next few hours, 2,000 people are going to get that chance back. It started with Stephanie. I met her in a small, brightly lit room, her hands fidgeting nervously. "Hi, how's it going?" I asked. "Good. I'm so nervous," she whispered. Almost 15 years had passed since she could walk on her own. Since 2009, her legs had been silent. And now, in that moment, I held something that could change everything. "This is your brand new leg," I said, handing it to her. Her eyes widened. "Oh my gosh, I love her," she murmured. The moment felt sacred, fragile, like holding the edge of hope itself. We slid it on carefully. Her smile grew, hesitant at first, then uncontainable. "Feels wonderful," she breathed, and then she stood. For the first time in 15 years, Stephanie walked. I watched her take shaky steps, her father's eyes glistening with tears. "Does it warm your heart to see her move again?" I asked. "Yes, very much so. I'm just glad she can live, not be a prisoner anymore." They danced right there in that room. Their laughter and movement felt like the very definition of freedom. And that was just the beginning. Next was Colleen. 7 months had passed since she could walk. "I'm ready," she said, and she was. We helped David, Adrian, Linda, and Khalid, too. But none of it would have been possible without the kindness of strangers, the generosity of people who believed in second chances. Because the truth is, prosthetics are expensive. $5,000 to $50,000. And most of the people we were helping had no insurance or coverage. Without us, they might never walk again. One man, Chandler, told me it would have taken him 10 years to afford a prosthetic. 10 years to walk again. That's absurd. So we didn't just give legs, we gave freedom. And even $10,000 to help lift the financial burden. The joy on their faces is indescribable. One moment, they arrive in a wheelchair, in despair. The next, they're standing tall, taking steps they've dreamed of for years. Their smiles, their laughter, the tears. It makes every challenge, every long hour worth it. And then there was Travis. Losing the ability to walk had taken away his independence, his ability to live life's simplest pleasures. He couldn't play tennis with his family, couldn't stand long enough to do the dishes. But more than anything, he couldn't walk his daughter down the aisle on her wedding day. That was the dream he carried quietly in his heart. We fitted him with his new legs right there in front of his family. The first step was hesitant, but the next was confident. And then he ran. He ran with the joy of a man reclaiming his life. And when the wedding day came, he walked his daughter down the aisle. She had dreamed of this moment since she was a child. And there he was, her father, alive in every sense, walking her into her future. I've seen hope restored in ways that words struggle to capture. In Guatemala, we met David, founder of the Range of Motion Project. He's tackling the impossible, helping the underprivileged gain access to prosthetics using recycled components, making high-quality prosthetics affordable for those who would otherwise have none. Watching people ride motorcycles, play soccer, hug their families, reclaim their lives, it's cinematic, almost surreal. We traveled far. Climbing mountains, crossing jungles, visiting remote homes perched on volcanoes where people like Kevin, burned and without legs for 24 years, finally took their first steps. Watching him glide along the slope of a volcano for the first time. It was breathtaking, life-affirming. Kevin was just the 71st person we'd helped, but each story felt like the first, filled with awe and gratitude. In Ecuador, Kelly risked everything to reach us, traveling days from Bolivia, uncertain if she'd ever get a prosthetic. The moment she walked again, she danced. Simple, beautiful, joyous dancing. A small rebellion against the years she had spent immobile. Little Eduardo, just 5 years old, kissed his new leg. It was heartbreaking and beautiful at once. He had spent months unable to walk, embarrassed, isolated. And now, freedom. Pure, unadulterated freedom. This mission spanned continents. Kenya, the Philippines, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, 2,000 first steps in total. I watched children who had never walked explore playgrounds, families reunite, adults rediscover independence. Every hug, every smile, every tear told a story. Every step was a victory over despair. And yet, through all this joy, a question lingered. So many people with insurance were denied or covered inadequately. Their only hope of walking again rested on strangers, on YouTubers stepping in. That shouldn't be normal, that shouldn't happen, but it does. And that's why we keep telling these stories. The wedding we started with came full circle. Travis walked his daughter down the aisle, her smile brighter than the sun. Watching him, I reflected on every single life we'd touched. This is why we do it. Because every step, every new leg, every tear of happiness, it changes everything. And as the last family danced, as the last child ran across a playground, I felt the truth that had become so clear in this journey. To help someone walk again is to give them their life back. And that's exactly what we did.